Here's your wrestling news for January 12th, 2026. Your headlines for today include Drew McIntyre gets emotional in Glasgow, opens up about years of WWE disappointment, how WWE locker room really felt about McIntyre's title victory, WWE changing strategy for Road to WrestleMania 42, new direction reveal, WWE preparing major character shift for Cody Rhodes after title loss, huge name headed to Raw for shocking return, flight info leaks. New creative power rising in WWE as Road Dogg steps back. Izzi Dame fires brutal shot on Blake Monroe, practice kicking out on 2. Missing NXT star finally set for TV comeback after long absence. Police called to wrestling show after massive fan brawl breaks out. Update on Jake the Snake Roberts after surgery, and more. Drew McIntyre's championship comeback just hit a deeply personal level, and this time it wasn't about storylines or speculation. It was about a promise finally kept. Ahead of his undisputed WWE Championship defense against Shinsuke Nakamura at the WWE live event in Glasgow on January 10th, McIntyre stepped in front of his home audience and delivered an emotional message that elevated the night beyond the match itself. Competing in Scotland as world champion is something he's spoken about for years, often describing it as one of the milestones he hoped to achieve before the end of his career. Now, living that moment, McIntyre addressed the crowd directly, reflecting on the long road back, the setbacks, the frustration, and the significance of standing in the ring as champion in his home country.
I assume a lot of you have been coming to the WWE Hydro shows for a few years now, yeah? You've probably heard me repeatedly make you a promise that I'm gonna win the WWE Championship and I'm gonna bring it back to Scotland. Well, the first time I won the WWE Championship, but unfortunately the world had to go shutting down on us, didn't it? I won it twice, and I'm proud what we did during that period. We gave people an escape during scary times, but I swore I would get the title back, and it has been years and years of disappointment. I've been screwed over, but still believing in myself because I've got this weird condition that makes me mental. I'm Scottish. And last night, you couldn't have written it any better. I won the WWE Championship. In the very first place, I was able to walk out in front of live fans as the #1 wrestler on planet Earth was Glasgow, where I could fulfill my promise.
The title change leading to this moment wasn't simply crowd-pleasing, it was strongly supported internally. As Sean Ross Sapp noted on Fightful's post-SmackDown show, one of the things I was hearing within the company about this Drew McIntyre title win was that a lot of people felt like he needed to win this title match. They felt that, in order to take him seriously as a top guy moving forward, he needs to win it. As reported earlier, BodySlam.net claimed WWE made the decision to crown McIntyre only hours before the 3 Stages of Hell match. The move wasn't spontaneous. Both McIntyre and Rhodes reportedly approached Triple H and the creative team to advocate for the title switch, and after significant discussion, the plan was approved. That approval ties directly into a broader creative philosophy heading into the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania season. With McIntyre as undisputed WWE champion, WWE now has a wider range of storyline paths available, creating room to pivot based on crowd reactions, momentum shifts, and returning talent. Under Vince McMahon's regime, WrestleMania main events were typically mapped out well in advance. The current approach is different. Instead of locking in long-term plans months ahead, WWE is allowing room for flexibility, adapting as the road to WrestleMania unfolds. Whatever direction WWE ultimately takes, the hope is that the evolving strategy leads to stronger storytelling and compelling television. Now the big question, how would you book the Jacob Fatu-Cody Rhodes feud? And do you see Drew McIntyre holding the title all the way to WrestleMania 42 and beyond? Or is this another short reign before the belt changes hands at Mania? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. Cody Rhodes may no longer be undisputed WWE Champion, but those expecting an immediate heel turn shouldn't hold their breath, at least not for now. According to Corey Hayes of Bodyslam.net, Rhodes will not be turning heel following his loss to Drew McIntyre in their 3 Stages of Hell match on SmackDown. However, Hayes did confirm that a meaningful adjustment is on the way, noting that Rhodes' presentation will shift going forward. Not a turn, but a character shift, Hayes clarified when asked about what's next for Cody Rhodes. McIntyre's victory ended Rhodes' 159-day title reign, but the finish wasn't clean. Jacob Fatu attacked both McIntyre and Rhodes during the match, creating chaos that ultimately contributed to Rhodes losing the championship. With that interference now hanging over the storyline, Rhodes' next target seems clear, and the upcoming character shift may tie directly into his pursuit of Fatu. Now back in chase mode, and with Fatu's return reshaping the title scene, Rhodes enters the road to the Royal Rumble in a far different position to the one he held just weeks ago. The coming weeks may reveal exactly what this creative adjustment looks like and how far WWE is willing to push it. What kind of shift do you think Cody Rhodes should undergo? A darker edge, a more intense babyface, or something entirely new? Share your thoughts below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. LA Knight has been off WWE television for more than a month following the storyline attack that wrote him out of programming, the tsunami from Bronson Reed onto an SUV that set the stage for his absence during his feud with The Vision. Now it appears that absence may finally be coming to an end. According to Fightful Select, there has been a notable internal development as WWE has flown LA Knight to Germany. The timing is significant since tonight's episode of Raw will air live from Düsseldorf. While the report noted that there is no confirmed plan for Knight to appear on the show, that said, WWE rarely sends talent overseas during a European tour without a specific purpose in mind. Based on WWE's usual practices, Knight could return as early as tonight's Raw, though company sources have not confirmed that scenario yet. With the Royal Rumble approaching and WrestleVotes previously noting that WWE aims to have Knight back in time for the premium live event, a return on Raw would align with the broader creative direction. In recent weeks, the landscape across both brands has shifted, with fresh NXT call-ups and the returns of Randy Orton, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn on SmackDown. If trends continue, Raw may be next to reintroduce a familiar face, and Knight fits that expectation perfectly. Despite taking a few high-profile losses before his injury angle, Knight has maintained strong support internally. Management is well aware of his popularity, and 2026 may finally be the year WWE positions him for the top run fans have been waiting for. WWE hasn't made any official announcement, but behind the scenes, a quiet creative shift is taking place, and Ryan Ward appears to be taking on a larger role, while Road Dogg's influence has subtly scaled back. According to F4W Online, Ward is gaining increased creative control, particularly on SmackDown, as WWE adjusts to its expanded 3-hour format on the USA Network. Ward, whose reputation was built during NXT's strongest creative period, has emerged as a key voice backstage, especially in shaping the structure and flow of weekly television. His emphasis on format and pacing aligns with what WWE needs as it balances its new broadcast commitments, a longer SmackDown runtime, and broader long-term planning. Brian Road Dogg James remains involved in the creative process, but his imprint on SmackDown isn't as prominent as it once was. The reports stress that this isn't a demotion or internal conflict, no formal responsibilities have changed. Instead, it's a gradual shift in preference, with Paul Levesque showing increased reliance on writers like Ward who prioritize larger narrative frameworks over last-minute changes and promo-driven booking. This slow evolution reflects how WWE's creative team is adapting its philosophy heading into 2026, trying to balance weekly storytelling demands with long-term direction. Do you think WWE's creative direction is improving with Ryan Ward stepping up? And should Road Dogg's more free-form, promo-heavy style still have a place on modern WWE TV? Share your thoughts below. The drama surrounding the NXT Women's North American Championship is far from settling down, especially after Izzi Dame and Blake Monroe reignited their rivalry with a sharp exchange on social media ahead of Tuesday's NXT. The back and forth began after WWE NXT announced that Izzi Dame will speak live on the January 15th episode, her first on-air promo since capturing the title in shocking fashion at New Year's Evil. Dame responded almost immediately, taking aim at both Thea Hale and Blake Monroe with a pointed tweet. "Y'all see the caption? Alright, so stop posting old pics with my title. It's giving Obsessed X." Monroe, who originally lost the title after failing to kick out during her match with Thea Hale and was later barred from appearing at New Year's Evil, didn't let the comment go unanswered. She fired back with a cutting reply. "That isn't even your hand holding the title in the photo. Focus on your GoFundMe for side plates." Dame continued the exchange with another jab directed at Monroe's controversial loss. "I'll focus on my GoFundMe and you focus on practicing kicking out it too." The insults quickly moved from playful to personal, turning their online tension into an extension of the storyline already unfolding on NXT. With Monroe recovering from injury and Dame holding the championship, the feud now has multiple layers, and Tuesday's episode is positioned to push things even further depending on who decides to confront Dame during her live segment. Whether this Twitter feud spills directly into television remains to be seen, but the division is clearly heating up again. Do you think this tension erupts on NXT this Tuesday? And how soon should Izzi Dame defend the title? Share your thoughts. Who's really running this division right now? Jada Parker hasn't appeared on WWE programming since October 7th when she competed in the #1 Contenders Battle Royal on NXT. That hiatus seems to be coming to an end. Bodyslam.net now reports that Parker is expected to return to NXT television soon. While no further details were provided, the update finally ends months of speculation surrounding her absence. Parker's time off had prompted questions from fans, but earlier reports from PW Insider and Bodyslam.net made it clear that she wasn't dealing with an injury and wasn't being held for a main roster move. Instead, WWE opted to give her a behind-the-scenes refresh. She continued working NXT live events and remained active at the Performance Center throughout the break. WWE has increasingly taken this approach with developing stars, briefly pulling them from television to refine their presentation before reintroducing them with a stronger direction. Parker has also stayed vocal online during her time away, particularly when responding to critics. During a recent appearance on Going Ringside, she addressed the negativity head-on. "Like half the things people say online, they would not say to us to our face. So if that's the case, why would I even have to respond to you if you don't even pay any of my bills? I don't even know you, but you know me, and that's all that matters. You know my name, I don't even know yours." With her return now on the horizon, attention will shift to what kind of presentation, attitude, or direction WWE has planned for her next chapter. How should WWE handle Jada Parker's comeback? What direction would you like to see for her on NXT? Share your thoughts below. The world of pro wrestling is known for its chaos, but sometimes the real trouble happens outside the ring. That was the case this past Saturday when an altercation erupted during a Little Mania wrestling event at the Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro, Illinois. A video of the incident began circulating online, and Ringside News obtained an unedited version of the footage. The January 10th show, which promoted midget violence, took place inside a mini wrestling ring set up in the bar's back room. The event drew a packed crowd and continued as scheduled, even as the fight unfolded off to the side. Witnesses say a disagreement between several attendees escalated during the show. It's unclear what sparked the conversation, but the situation reportedly intensified quickly. At least one man and one woman were removed from the venue after staff stepped in to break up the altercation. In the video, a security guard can be seen physically lifting a man and carrying him out of the room. Police were called to the scene and arrived while the show was still ongoing. Multiple officers entered the venue and monitored the situation both inside and outside the building. As of now, it's unknown whether any arrests were made or if charges will follow. Despite the commotion, the wrestling matches continued without interruption, and the event ultimately concluded as planned. No injuries have been confirmed, and neither the police, the venue, nor the event organizers have issued an official statement on the incident. What's your take on this wild moment from the wrestling world? What would you do if a fight broke out next to you at a live event? Share your thoughts below. WWE Hall of Famer and current AEW talent Jake the Snake Roberts is back home and recovering after undergoing successful hip revision surgery earlier this week. The 70-year-old wrestling legend previously underwent a hip replacement, but complications led to Tuesday's procedure to correct the issue. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Roberts' wife Cheryl confirmed that the surgery went well and that he is now recovering comfortably. This marks another chapter in Roberts' ongoing health challenges. In January of last year, he revealed that he had been hospitalized with pneumonia, a particularly serious situation given his long battle with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. Around that same time, Roberts also disclosed that he was dealing with internal bleeding that caused critically low iron levels, followed by heart issues that required surgery in May 2025. Roberts' most recent AEW appearance came in November following a short run managing LFI, a group he took over from Don Callis as part of an on-screen exchange involving Lance Archer. His presence on television has gradually decreased as his health concerns mounted. While there is no current timetable for a return to AEW programming, fans can take comfort in knowing that Roberts is now back home and recovering well after the latest procedure. CM Punk has found a permanent way to honor his late dog Larry. During WWE's live event in Glasgow, Scotland on January 10th, Punk revealed a new chest tattoo while defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Bronson Reed. The tattoo features paw prints positioned over his heart, a clear and personal tribute to Larry. Larry passed away in December 2025. Punk had adopted him a decade earlier in 2015 and later shared the news of his passing with fans. Larry was a constant part of Punk's life away from the ring and often appeared in his social media posts and public moments, becoming an unexpectedly familiar presence to the wrestling community. Have you ever gotten a tattoo in memory of a pet or loved one? Share your stories below. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.